Yeah, alright. Welcome back. My name is that tech guy, resident developer. This is a part 2 of continuation of using OpenZeppelin to create token. Alright. So now you have to go to your Explorer, then you in your token20 directory, click on your contracts, then you're trying to create a new Solidity file. So you open a new file, then just rename it as ERC20 minor reward.sol. .sol is an extension for writing Solidity file. That's our extension. Now we're trying to write our code. You can close this. Let me just close this also. Sorry, pardon me for that. Alright. Again, the first thing what we're trying to do is, of course, our SPDX file. SPDX, license. I've actually explained what this is in reference to my other videos. You can actually check that out. I've explained what the functions of this SPDX license identifier, and now you can specify it. I've explained practically most of what these are and how to structure, write the codes, how it starts from. Just kindly check my other videos out and try to follow me and subscribe. So the first thing I'm going to need is pragma solidity. Again, now when let me say I'm using a version of let's see, is greater than or equals to 0.8 points. We are having the latest version of 0.8.821. Also, it might be more than that, but I'm actually using this version. So the next thing to do is import our OpenZeppelin. Now there are two ways you can actually do this, but based on you've been familiar with it. So what you're gonna do is OpenZeppelin /contract /token /ERC20 ERC20.SL. Yeah. Okay, just ignore this sign. It's showing it's going to be purple back. So because we're using our ERC20, so this is how to import OpenZeppelin using ERC20. It's like importing this from an external site such as GitHub. You're importing it from an external site, then you specify this directory import from this place. So then I want to contract ERC20 minor reward is ERC20. Now this is a code that is inheriting from an OpenZeppelin the features of ERC20. So this is a code. This is a keyword that is inheritance. Is inheriting from this OpenZeppelin ERC20. So what I'm doing, I'm creating an event. Log new alert. So I'm taking in a string description, then I'm taking also an address indexed, then from string is I'm accepting no string description. Address is indexed from where is it coming from. Then I'm also going to specify means 256, and the numbers such as the amount that is going to be accepted. So after that, I have to create a constructor because I've done an event. So I have to do a constructor because I'm assigning it a name of that ERC20. So constructor, making it public, for that, for people to see my token. Let me just name it minor reward. Then also my constructor, just give it a short code name. This is how you do your constructor actually in Solidity. Let me lower this. Then let me see. You can use anything actually. You can use anything. Okay, let me just see. You can say, okay, that tag guy token. Yeah, TGO tag guy. And let me okay, let me tag guy token. So it depends on what you want to do actually. So what I'm to do is to follow my create a function of reward. And this function is not accepting any. It's not accepting any argument. So what I'm to do is I'll make the reward public. So in making it public, I'm going to be minting. Now for those that might be making it look as if this is I'm doing something magical. It's not magical. It's part of where I'm getting this is from is part of an OpenZeppelin. Like I said, make your code reusable. It's from OpenZeppelin library. So these are part of the information in OpenZeppelin. I'm narrating from OpenZeppelin. So these are the keywords here are coming from OpenZeppelin. So because I have created an event, then I will emit my event so that in case this is going to show me what is going on, perhaps if there's anything wrong somewhere. Oh, sorry, my bad. I'm sorry, please. It says expected. Now, when this occurs, you have to read the error so that you understand what it's saying. It says one argument count for function call. 2 arguments is given but expected to be. Now, from my creation of event, I told it to accept 3 inputs. But yeah, because I'm emitting that event, I'm giving it to, so that means I'm still missing something. So I have to alright, so now making it 3 here. So definitely we are having lesser should. I'm sure. Okay, this is a constructor. Constructor is going to be initialized at the beginning of that, the running of the code. When I try to run, it's going to be initialized there. So let me walk you through this part of the code. Now the first thing to do is we import. When you specify your identifier, which is the license identifier, then your pragma solidity version, you import the OpenZeppelin contract that we'll use during the program. Now this is actually the style of importing. Imports at OpenZeppelin, then the contract, the token, because I'm actually using token ERC20, then the solidity file itself of ERC20.SRL. Now this import that we just did here, it allows this contract that we're trying to do. It finds the ERC20 token contract itself. This ERC20 that it finds is what we'll be using. Now, then going further, when you create, of course, when you're trying to create solidity, you create your contract. Then I'm trying to narrate from that ERC20 solidity file. The next thing is I'm defining an event. Event is to log new alert. Now this will be emitted, or it can be called later in the contract, but because I'm creating an event, I have to emit this event. Now this is also a constructor. The constructor actually defines a new ERC20 token. It is named tag guy token, because when you're creating your ERC20, you have to have to create it, or define rather, a new ERC20 token, because of course in this ERC20 code, the LCO, it has been defined, but because you are trying to create your own and you're using that code, you have to then define a new one. So that's why I'm using that constructor. At the beginning of the code, it automatically defines a new one called called tag guide token, and this is the symbol TGT that I'm using representing tag guide token. Now when this contract is created, this new token is actually generated. That okay, there's a token named tag guide token. Now this is a function of reward. When this function is called, now the current block miner, which I have explained in my other classes, I think, that this current block miner block.coinbase, it receives 20 TGT token for mining this block, and this event is emitted. Let me try and rephrase or come back. Now when this function reward is called, now what it does is that the coin called block miner, the person mining that block, which is the block.coinbase, it receives 20 TGT token for mining that particular block. It receives the token as its own, would I say, profit. It receives that token because it's mining that particular block that I'm working on, or that particular block is going to be laid on. So then I'll emit this, the event I've tried to create. I'll make the event that okay, it gives me that function. Okay, the block has been mined and this is the block number. So okay, fine. Then going further, now after I have saved this contract file, I'm ready to build the contract. Now we'll be using Ganache, the CLI, as our personal blockchain for development. Then we'll use Truffle to run the build. So yes, we'll use Truffle to run the build. Yeah. So the next thing to do is open your Truffle config file. Then you search for the line SOLC. You can just use your shortcuts, Ctrl F to open on that search bar. Then search for the line SOLC. Now fine. Now this is here, you've seen the SOS. So now this version of Solidity here is 0.8.21. Now just for learning purpose, just make sure that your version is greater than 0.8.11. Now this version is required because the OpenZeppelin contracts that are specified here in my Solidity file, I'm saying that it should be greater than or equals to 0.8.19. So let's see, then of course this is so I'm still in line with what I'm doing. So then just save the file. Let me try and refresh it. Ensure that this version that is in the SOLC is greater than the version that is specified. It might be exact, but just make sure that it's also greater, just for some reason of error purposes. Just make sure that it's greater than this version of that is specified in Pragma Solidity. So then in my terminal, alright, so let me go. Like I said, we'll be using Ganache for our personal blockchain, and we'll use Truffle to run the build. So let me stop this here. I'll